Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the third place playoff in the Battle for the Old World tournament, and you're probably very confused at where we are right now, because we're on some lovely looking map. Like most of the maps, in fact all the maps have been like hellscapes for the whole tournament, and this map actually looks like a really normal location. Some trees, some grass, a bit of a sort of bluff in the centre, a bit of forests. So we're mixing it up with some different maps.
This is MP Alpine Ridge.
Alpine Ridge.
It's one of the new maps.
Inexplicable ridge in the middle of this otherwise completely flat environment, just right in between the two armies. They've deployed on either side.
Somewhat similar to the Northern Chaos Waste map, but this hill is a little like more important. It's not as even.
It's there.
You have to really
get in the
centre.
They're going to have to choose whether they want to contest it or not. And there are of course lots of forests along the edge, and we can actually see here. Who am I looking at again? I've already forgotten. Haxo.
You're looking at Haxo. I'm looking at Total Warzone.
He is using it. Yeah, we should probably mention it's Haxo as Total Warzone.
This is a best of 5, just like the finals as well, but best of 5 match or series instead of best of 3.
So lots of games should be a more accurate test of the true victor. Because the more games, the more likely we'll see who the real winner is.
That's why there's a new map as well.
New map just for excitement.
And one more extra map as well, which I think we're going to be seeing in the next battle, because I told them just play the new two maps first if you want, because we would like to see some new maps as well.
I guarantee we see them, even if there's only like
tired
3
of the
games
maps.
in the best of 5.
Anyway, so yeah, Haxo versus the Warzone. Let's go over the army. So I'll go over to the Vampire Count's army first. It looks like he's brought 2 units of Vargeist on the left flank here together with a Black Knights with Lances Bombarding. He's got some Hexrays in the forest there, the Vanguard deployed. He's got a Black Knights with Lance Bombarding as well on the right side in the forest. He's got 2 units of Cairn Wraiths on the edges, his Crypt Ghouls towards the center, and then 5 units of Grave Guard with Grave Weapons. And Manfred on a regular horse. I don't see that very often.
Regular horse. That is cray-cray.
It's disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. I'd rather die. Nice symmetric central line, though. I like how he's chosen to set that up with his variety of units. So let's look at the Orc army he's going to be facing, which looks a lot bigger. Just from a distance. He's got a lot of stuff here today. So we've got 4 units of Goblin Spearmen. This is the same thing that Total Warzone did in the previous round, I seem to remember, where he brings 4 Goblin Spearmen in a loose formation at the front. I think he just likes using them to sacrifice for various reasons.
Well, this is in Prussian Prince, but... or Total Warzone, sorry, yeah, you're right. I think this is like, isn't it like an ancient Roman formation, where you have like units sort of spread out like that?
It could be the triple axis formation ready to use in the Warhammer world. I don't know if it's going to work. And he's got second line, which is just all black orcs. Looks like it's 7. 7. Why don't you bring an even number, you bastard? Yeah, it is 7. Disgusting. Right, and then 5 units of archers to the back. 5, although not even, a more acceptable number of units to bring. And 1 unit of Goblin Rock Lobber, which we mentioned before, has never been used in the tournament, but it's actually really good, and it's finally come out. It's because everyone sees the Doom Diver, which is even better, and just brings the Doom Divers. But the Goblin Rock Lobber... It's like the second best artillery unit in the game after the Doom Divers. Yeah, it's really good. So
it's just good. People like the Doom Divers are so good, so that the Rock Lovers just don't get any love. But it's such a good unit as well. Anyway, he's also brought a Savage Orc Barbarians in the middle there.
Some crap in there. And the point to mention is that since he's got the Rock Lobber, he doesn't have to take the hill. He could walk backwards and let the Vampire Counts come onto the hill, and then lob some rocks or rob some blocks at them, and just ... See what happens.
Well, let's find out if he does that.
3, 2, 1, fight! Fight!
Each other.
No, he's going to run. He's going to run. He's taking the hill.
He's going to lose that unit.
He does deploy slightly further away from the hill than the vampires did, but he's probably also faster.
Looks like he's actually giving it a... Is he giving it a movement or target?
Rock Lobber is moving up. I think it should be already be in range, but it probably just can't see anything.
With the mass amount of range in his massed. He's got 5 units of Goblin Archers and the Rock Lobbers. I reckon he should have just walked back.
He does not need the hill.
Yeah, he should have set up as far back as possible.
He should do a hill siege tactic. Let the vampires have it, and then realise they're screwed. Oh, is he going to do that now, actually? He's running away. He's realising that he would have to fight over the hill and going, you know what, let's not bother.
The Goblin Rock Lobbers aren't going to be able to do much anymore at this point. It's kind of a waste. And he's actually... he's set back far enough on the hill. He's not going to have a massive disadvantage there. Looks like the Vargeists are going around the back as well.
Oh, what the Rock Lobbers doing? They're turning. Has he targeted the Vargeists with the Rock Lobbers? No, they're facing that way. What are they doing? I hate Rock Lobbers. Worst unit. But yeah, the Vargeists are going to be doing a rear attack here by the looks of things. say that. Are they going for the archers? Where are they going? What are you doing there? The archers aren't firing at them, which is good.
Probably going to keep hovering them over there.
Might just be being annoying.
They have targeted the rock lobbers. Yeah, he's going to send them in there.
The rock lobbers. So he knows it's the best unit in the game. He wants to take it down.
Oh, mainline engagement's already happened as well. Looks like the goblins are dying, as per usual.
Goblins going to die, but that is probably part of the plan, so that's okay.
One of the archers almost routing already.
Yeah, Vargeist can have an easy time. And the Hex Wraiths and some Black Knights who have swung around onto this flank.
Looks like he has actually broken the charge of 4 of the Graveguard units with 2 goblins. He's going to be
the goblins have stopped them. So now the orcs will get the charge.
Yeah, that was very useful from him.
Very nice.
One of them actually got a really good charge on a completely exposed unit there, which just was standing around.
There's that thingamajig that I forget the name of. Oh, it missed. The Winds of Death thing. But it didn't hit anything.
No!
It messed up big time.
That's a shame.
It's over.
Okay, Fate of Bajuna going off on one of these units here.
Oh yeah.
Azak's using some of his WA stuff as well, so all of his units got a massive buff in the center there.
All that WA shit.
It's, I think, very much on the edges looking in the greenskin favor, but in the center, actually, sorry, in the other way around. The center's looking the greenskin favor, and on the edges looking Vampire Khan's favor.
Vampires are spamming away all over the place. What is happening here, actually? They've kind of got the back under control. They need to take down those boy biggins, and they'll be able to do whatever they want.
Lots of magic going off in all places as well.
2 vampire units chasing a dead unit of goblins. These goblins are providing so much value in this fight, because it's basically defeated those 2 units by having them not be in the engagement.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to... because he's completely shuttered as well.
Surely he hasn't noticed it, and that's an inadvertently amazing play from the goblins. That's going to be saving a lot of lives on the orc side.
Goblins MVP. There's 3 of them left right now.
Goblins so good. Why doesn't everyone just bring all goblins?
One of the Camrys is still chasing. Oh, all of them actually just turned back again. I thought they were going back, but nope. That one unit still... That one goblin's up. They're dead now. I was going to say, they need to keep running.
They finished them off right now. They're coming back.
Still one.
But yeah.
Never mind. I'm still chasing the unit, because there's still one of them there.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. These 2 units are just doing nothing. They could be rear attacking, trying to take out some black orcs. They could be turning it, but they're not.
No, greenskins are getting a massive advantage now. All this goblin stuff.
Hacking right through in the main line of Graveguard, great weapons. That's already being killed now.
Final goblin has died.
Nice rear attack from the Vargeist, doing a fantastic 0 damage.
Whopping.
I love those 0 damage rear attacks. They're so satisfying to watch, and so disappointing.
Like the Savage Biggins are going up on the hill, getting a full downhill charge on this Graveguard, I imagine.
Yeah, they're going up behind.
Should be good if he decides to go on that. He's going for a different one. That's okay.
Even higher.
I guess he's trying to free up his flanking units so he could send them towards the center as well.
Those 2 chasing units, they still haven't been noticed.
Oh my god.
I think that Haxo is not paying attention. 2 of his key units, the Cairnrays and the Crypt Ghouls,
one of the Goblin Archers actually firing at those units now.
They lose 1 health when an arrow hits them. They only have to get shot 3,000 times and he will defeat that unit.
Oh my god.
You can do it. You can do it. Keep trying,
Goblin
Archers.
Over. It looks like the Greenskins have got this one in the bag now.
It does look that way. They're starting to gain a big advantage as they finish off the rest of the vampires.
Neither one of the generals really close to dying yet, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's getting away with it. Looks like the giant might be going after him. Or was it just
a
giant
invocation
walking
of the heck
behind?
on the general himself? That's an interesting choice.
He's healing himself up. He wants to keep the general alive. But his men...
the 2 units are finally...
They're back, and the goblins are like, oh shit, they realise what we're doing. They're going to flee.
Shit, we didn't get our 3,000 arrows.
So they've taken out the goblin archers effectively. They didn't manage to fire the 3,000 shots they needed. But those 2 units are unlikely to make a difference, because the fight's over. They were away for too long.
I don't know if they would have made a difference in the actual battle. It's just too fairly...
It's hard to say, but like a Crypt Ghoul rear attack could potentially smash up a nice unit, which would
they definitely would have made something of a difference. Yeah, I don't know. That was a massive waste. 2 units completely taken out of the battle the entire time. It's pretty big, and the Cairn Wraiths are pretty expensive as well. 850, I believe.
So the Rock Lobbers didn't do anything, even though we were hyped about that. But it was the goblins that turned this fight.
I'm sad
They're
to see
finally getting their rear attack in. Oh, they actually just all diminished. The second they came in to hit, they died. So
exploded.
there was so much weight for that rear attack from those 2 units, and they died before it actually happened. Disappointing.
Well, a good victory for the Greenskins, or Total Warzone, though. Actually, was that?
Yeah, it's Total Warzone. That's the Greenskins taking the victory. A Pyrrhic victory, I would imagine, though. So, hopefully we'll see more Goblin Rock Clubber Goblins, and they will be able to actually get some kills so that we can get hyped about that. Probably not going to happen.
Indeed.
Well, let's see how they did in the second round. Why don't we do that? Alright, it's time for another fight. Today, it's going to be Bretonnia versus the Vampires, fighting apparently in some Dwarven Mountains.
Yeah, this is the other new map.
So both sides having a sort of a mound to stand on, not quite a hill.
Yeah.
Nothing substantial, but the Bretonnian side having a rock to play with, so they can do some flank defences on this rock. There's actually a giant skull carved into their side of the rock. That's probably a bad omen. Hopefully they'll love it. And you may notice that Haxo here, as Britannia, I was about to say, has brought the Legend of Total War official sanctioned army.
Pretty close. It's not. I think Legend usually brings one more archer, and he doesn't have all the experience on his polearm units, but I think this would probably work just as well.
It's the same sort of idea. So yeah, a line of polearms, a line of archers, 2 Pegasus Knights at the back for doing a bit of harassment. Leon Kerr, who's this down here? We've got a paladin on a horse, but he has also got right out here on the far left 2 Grail Knights sitting in hidden position. Actually, a tiny bit unfair potentially this map because only Haxo has the availability of hidden position.
Yeah,
but can't hide any units on his side of the map because it's more open.
It's not like super,
it doesn't matter, but
in this case, I should also mention before I go over this army that previous battle, I probably have put a caption as well, but I was looking at Haxo instead of Total Warzone. For some reason, I just messed up the replays, so that's why I was confused at the end of the battle, and I thought that Haxo had won, even though Total Warzone had won, because I was looking at the wrong person. But anyway, looking at Total Warzone now, he's brought the Vampire counts with a whole bunch of zombies in the center, 4 of them. He's brought some Crypt Ghouls. A line of Crypt Ghouls, in fact.
Loads of Crypt Ghouls. He's just going to smash. I think the polearms have a bonus against large, as they do, which probably applies against the Crypt Ghouls. So that could be entertaining.
Crypt Ghouls look like infantry. They're not very big.
It's hard to say, because it does it like in size. Let's see, bonus versus large. Oh, anything that's cavalry sized or larger.
Alright, Crypt
Horrors definitely. How big is a Crypt Ghoul? Oh yeah, that's true. So I was thinking of Crypt Horrors. In that case, they probably don't have that advantage. Ignore that. There are a couple of Crypt Horrors at the back, actually.
Yeah, there are Crypt Horrors, so the Crypt Horrors are going to be a disadvantage there. He's got 2 Blood Knights on the one on each flank. He's got some Graveguard Grave Weapons just to have some strong infantry
2 regular infantry units, just for fun.
He's got some Fellbats, 2 of them. He's got 1 Vampire and the Manfred on a Zombie Dragon. So it's the same stuff, isn't it? Always well, not always. Usually a Vampire for the Vampire count. Usually a Paladin. Actually, I think there's always a Paladin in the Bretonnian armies. Well, almost always.
Except
anyway.
in the rare case where you bring the Damsel.
Damsel, yep. Anyway, let's get this battle started, shall we?
3, 2, 1, fight.
Get each other.
Very good. So we're going to see whether Haxo chooses to do the official Legend of Total War strategy with his official Legend of Total War army, trademarked by Legend of Total War. Who's going to run away? What's this about then? He's running backwards. He's not going to use the rock for fun.
He's definitely not doing the special tactic because his Pegasus Knights are still behind the line.
Yeah, he should have attacked already if he was doing the Legend of Total War official trademarked strategy, but
indeed,
he is not doing it. He is going to play more conservatively.
Honestly, you still should do it because he could probably easily take on both the Fellbat units and the General, and there's nothing that Total Warzone could be Haxo will be able to do. Total Warzone will be able to do about it. Man, it's confusing.
Who are these players? Nobody knows, and I don't think we'll ever know. Pegasus Knight's actually moving backwards, like away from the fight.
This is like the 7th battle or something we're doing today. So it's lots of names.
A lot of battles today, and they were pretty much all between Haxo, Total Warzone, and someone else. So who even knows what's going on?
Prince, Legends, yep, same people.
It's all over. Oh, what's this? What's this? The Vampire's going to back away as well. They don't want to advance into the bow range. Ah ha ha ha! They also don't want to walk up the hill.
Only 5 minutes on the clock. I bet one player is just going to concede because I think there's a lot of waiting anymore.
I noticed the Vampires have another balance bar advantage for this fight. They love.
Yeah, it's always. I think the Vampire
something about the balancing going on. They seem to get an advantage.
The Blood Knights running towards the forest there. I wonder if he's going to try and add a flank. He's going to find those 2 Grail Knights in there.
Potential ambush here. Grail Knights should be able to take down the Blood Knights.
If that happens, then there is actually going to be a slight fair advantage to the forest there.
We'll see.
Well,
Total Warzone should suspect it. I remember playing Shogun 2, and there was always an ambush. So your strategy had to include scouting. Like, before you engage, you run through all the trees to make sure there's no ambush first. But this is a much faster game, so perhaps no one expects an ambush because of that.
Yeah, he's turning his units around. He's going to... I think he's going to send a vampire over there just to have a cheeky peek. Well, no.
The Grey Knights are about to leave the forest. They are actually targeting the Blood Knights, but they're only walking right now.
Some of the units are being shot down by the archers now. Okay, yeah, there's the... there's not too much damage. Yeah. I think he should have waited longer in that case, if he was going to go full on ambush. But I think in this case it's a little more fair, because now he's aware that the units are there. So 1 unit of Crypt Horrors plus Blood Knights versus 2 units of Grill Knights. I don't know how that's going to go.
The Grill Knights are going to get surrounded pretty fast. They're doing a lot of damage to the Blood Knights, but it's actually surprisingly poor from the Blood Knights. We've seen this before, because Blood Knights are an anti-cavalry unit and Grill Knights are anti-infantry. But they do surprisingly well against Blood Knights.
Yeah, I think the Blood Knights, they're very overpriced. Yeah, looks like the cavalry, the flying fight that we were expecting earlier has now happened. So it looks like it is going in.
Yeah, there's some kind of crazy maul happening here. The Vampire in trouble, Manfred in trouble.
2 Felbats aren't engaged in that fight, though. I don't know if they would do much, but...
Yeah, they're going for a rear attack. They've got a big rear attack from the Vampires coming in on the other side of the battlefield. The Paladin going out to stop them on his own.
Looks like the Blood Knight fight is actually being turned around a little bit now.
Yeah, the Crypt Ghouls are going to annihilate the Grill Knights, because they have armor-piercing attacks, and the Grill Knights super heavily armored. They're not going to like this rear attack.
Paladin being absolutely slaughtered by the Crypt Horrors right now.
He went to stop them, and he's in trouble now.
He looks like he's alright for the moment. He's keeping a pretty expensive unit. To be fair, he's pretty expensive as well, so I don't know.
He's just tanking it. The animation's looking a bit
entire
weird.
The main line is now engaged as well. Lots of morale downs on the zombie units, but what can you expect? They are pretty crap.
Not going to last too long. I think Manfred's going to go, though.
He's going down.
Vampire Cat's actually gaining advantage from the balance bar, but when Manfred goes, will that turn around?
Looks like the 2 Grill Knights on the other flank have gone down as well now, to the Blood Knights and the Crypt Horrors.
The Vampires can have all the rear attacks they could ever want, but they are going to lose their lord.
Jeez, there goes the general.
I think maybe he should have less stuff fighting around here and just leave Leon Kerr to fight. In fact, that's what he's doing right now.
Good call.
Could have done it earlier.
You've watched this battle before, haven't you?
No, I'm just psychic. That's a more easy explanation. Looks like the Diabats found some peasant bowmen to harass. Having a hard time with it, though. A unit of Blood Knights right behind the Bretonnian lines is going to get a fantastic rear charge by the looks of it. I think we're going to see a breakthrough very, very soon. Oh my god, right. Visually, he defeated the entire unit. Stat-wise, he killed about a third of it. They're getting back up.
They are about to rout there, they're wavering.
Oh, it's there. There we go. I was like, they have to rout from that. That was insane. There we go.
That was a good charge. And our Blood Knight's probably going to go into that peasant bowman unit standing around right there.
They'd be free to kill those bowmen if they so pleased. How's the Paladin doing? Is he still going out there? He's lost more than half his health. Oh, he's not fighting the Crypt Horrors anymore. Some men-at-arms polearms are going for it. That's good. That is the thing that they're good against. Not that they're very good against anything. They're less bad against it.
Blood Knight's charging into those bowmen, 2 of them in fact, and going beyond it and charging into the men-at-arms and polearms as well, just to get a little bit of damage on those as well.
Smashing.
It's like it's going in the Vampire Cat's favor, despite their general dying pretty.
More and more, they lost Manfred. Lots of things are crumbling, but crumbling just doesn't do anything. It's very unpowerful.
I was expecting more disintegrating on the zombie units and the Crypt Horror, because the Crypt Ghouls, they're not like super expensive unit either. They're just good because of their poison, but they're not particularly amazing. But beyond that, so I'm surprised they held that long against this men-at-arms and polearms.
Bloody Crypt Powers.
It does look like it is going in the Vampire Count's favour pretty rapidly now.
Vampire Counts have a giant advantage. There's a minute to go. Lots of Bretonnian units routing all over the place. Probably going to come back and make this battle last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But at this stage, not too much they can do. There's a full unit of Blood Knights still available for the Vampires to just hunt down all these archers that are coming back from routing.
Yeah. Grill Knights have come back and they are going down again towards...
Actually, Leon Kerr stayed to fight the Vampire and seems to have lost in that engagement. Because the Vampire's
pretty good at melee. Vampire's he's actually got like 80 armor and good melee stats. It's like the melee hero that also has magic, which is why Manfred's such a good general as well, because he's pretty good at melee while still having magic as well.
Spirit Leech on Leon Kerr.
Get out of here, Leon Kerr.
He's in trouble. 15 seconds. What can Bretonnia do to pull this back? Wait for it. Here comes the comeback. Comeback in 3, 2, 1. Oh, damn it.
I was not expecting that. I was definitely expecting the Vampire Council to lose that one after the initial Pegasus Knight destroying
Went very well to start with.
And the Gronas losing that battle as well. I was not expecting that either. That was a good battle.
The big rear attacks from the vampires actually did just demolish everything before the Pegasus Knights could do anything about it or exploit that fact they had the rear under control.
So we are 1-1 now, aren't we?
Nice fight. Yeah, probably. I'm keeping track of the score, definitely.
Definitely, yeah. So.
It's 1-1 between two players who we don't know the names of. But let's have a look at their third battle.
Different factions. Alright, let's do it.
Hello.
Hello.
Third battle.
Yeah, third battle
between
indeed.
What's-His-Face and the other one.
Looks like every battle is a minute longer than the previous one.
It's getting longer and longer. They're getting more and more matched as they fight each other. Slowly, they'll be just as good as each other in the final round. So yes, it's Empire Charles on the Northern Charles Wastes, appropriately enough.
I think we've seen Total Warzone use Chaos before, very effectively, I seem to remember.
Yeah, this Chaos army, I think, is like the perfect army that I might have discussed in a previous tournament battle, where like it's the official, this is what you bring as Chaos in order to not automatically lose.
I think you also said something about the Chaos Marauders with great weapons being a very good unit, but someone commented saying that it's actually one of the worst because of its really slow attack or something. I can't quite remember what they said exactly, but yeah.
But I do think it was all about numbers, I seem to remember. It's all about spamming the cheaper units.
Yeah, don't bring Chosen, essentially, is what you said.
Do not bring Chosen, and don't bring like Chaos Spawn. Do bring Chaos Spawn. This army looks good, is what I'm saying. All those great weapon stuff, they're going to be strong against every Empire unit. So it's going to be lovely, jovely. He just has to not get shot. That's his priority, because there are plenty of gunners and cannoneers on the Empire side today. 2 units of great cannon.
Decent symmetrical formation as well.
I like the formation.
Yes, Chaos Marauders could be a little more towards the right, or the Chaos Marauders with great weapons to the left. Sorry about that in the background. Anyway, so we are looking at 2 Chaos Knights of Lances on one on the other side. We've got 7 units, of Chaos Warriors with great weapons and 5 units of Chaos Marauders. We've got a unit of Chaos Trolls, 1 Kolak Sun Eat. Actually, no, that's just a... Wait, yeah, that is Kolak.
It's the Koban.
Yeah. And we have 1 unit of Marauder Horsemen. Somehow managed to make its way on this mountain here behind the enemy line.
I love this Vanguard deployment. It's insane. This is a battle-winning move. It's up here.
It's already moving as well.
What can't it do? It's charging in from the very beginning. He is not going to leave it there.
Right, what are we looking at for the Empire?
Empire side, you won't believe me if I tell you that he's brought a line of great swords right in front.
Whoa. Great swords for the Empire?
You might need to zoom in just to check, but I think...
You know what, I will.
I think there's a line of great swords at the front, which is probably the first player to do that.
Yeah, they are swords, and they're pretty great.
I don't know if any player hasn't done this on realistic times. Every single player brought at least like 2+ units of great swords. Or usually 6 or more.
We say there was the most exotic Empire formation.
I think the craziest army we ever saw only had 2 and had regular swordsmen instead at some point. But yep,
maybe
he's done it. And a lot of handgunners behind it, which is also pretty normal. 2 halberdiers on the flanks might come in useful against the 2 cav, which they're going to be facing. And 2 units of great cannon. We haven't seen much of that.
Nope.
Empire bringing siege has actually been pretty rare. Those cannons are indeed great. They are huge.
They're pretty big.
They're very big compared to the people using them, and they have... don't know. They're going to need to tilt them upwards a little bit because they're pointing right at their own men right now.
Yeah,
hopefully they've got a bit of arc of fire. And
perhaps they are fighting for the chaos instead.
2 right guard at the back, and a flying HaxoTheHunter in the middle.
Wow, what a surprise!
But if those Marauders are going to charge in, then they're going to be in big trouble. How is it going to deal with a single unit of Marauders? I don't know.
Let's find out.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Lower the gates.
So you can probably expect the Chaos Army to literally just run at the Empire Army and win on stats. That's its goal.
You are psychic.
Oh, I knew it.
Doing exactly that.
Empire's going to shoot them. Chaos is going to give them as little time as possible. I think they're shooting at Kolek there.
Kolek's going straight where we've seen this before where Kolek, he's just trying to dodge around a little bit. If he gets shot by cannons, he goes down pretty rapidly. Like, this is not something you actually want to have happen because he goes down really quickly.
Yeah, he's like a shock general. He's all about making his attacks and killing quickly, and then he dies.
He's pushing one of his Chaos Marauders.
He is running over his own men to get out of the way. Doesn't get shot with the cannons. Cannons still targeting him, though. Ooh, a little bit of a glancing blow there on him. The Marauders, they're in there. Are the Marauders going to take out these cannons?
Ooh,
what is happening? Haxo is not reacting. The right guard letting them in. They are the worst guards in town. He is going to get the cannons. I can't believe that actually happened.
Is he going to try and disrupt the second unit as well, or is he just going to try and kill the first unit only?
He's in trouble now because the right guard are going to come in and annihilate them.
So he didn't really even kill the cannons, but he made them not fire for a few seconds.
He stopped them from firing, took off half their health, and that's long enough for his infantry to just come and run in now. So the Chaos Marauder is going to lead the attack, probably going to lose against the Great Swords, but then the Great Weapons
I feel like
will
the cannons probably weren't going to be able to fire much anyway, just because it's all melee.
Yeah,
like,
on this battlefield, they're not very useful, so you could have just left them.
I guess Kolak wasn't getting shot, so that's a good thing, because Kolak could still be getting fired at while he's in melee, because he's such a big man. Or thing.
He's a man of sorts.
He's in. Well, oh my god, he's dying really rapidly. His
taking
morale's
big
dropping.
health damage as Franz comes in for the attack, and he's lost all his morale. Yeah, Franz is taking him down.
Flying. Well, this guy's only legs went flying. I don't know where he ended up with.
His legs are out. So right, a grind happening. Looks like all the Chaos units have just gone in and engaged. Their cavalry are going to be sneaking around the flanks on both sides.
Reichsguard fighting one of the Chaos Knights Alliance. The Reichsguard, most of the units in the melee, but apparently the flag is still far behind because a few units are just lingering in the back there. It's coming in now.
Oh yeah, I see them. They're going to try and stop, and they're not doing very well, but looks of it. They're going to try and do the same thing on the other side of the battlefield as well.
I reckon the Chaos Knights Alliance has got that fight because it's got such a massive advantage. The Reichsguard don't actually have a melee, or sorry, advantage versus. Actually, it looks like neither
of them do. They're both things they should be anti-cav, but it's not sort of units.
Looks like the stats are just slightly better on the Chaos Knights of Lances, though. Just generally better. Those are very similar.
And the General Chaos Infantry fight should go in their favour. They have so much armor-piercing chisel, and the Great Swords are a sort of armor-heavy unit. That
I think so.
In the
Kolak's being chased off by Call Friends there.
Oh, yeah, Kolak could be killed here. This could be important.
Yeah, it looks like he's being taken out.
He's slapping each other. Franz still losing a lot of health as well. Oh.
Yeah, if they were both on full HP, I reckon Kolak might be able to win that, but he's going to go down like this.
He's off there. He's got one hit will kill him, and he's routing. And
Franz is he going to be able to get away now?
If Franz starts flying, he should be able to get him.
He's just running after.
He's just trotting at the moment, which is a bad choice from Franz. The main fight, I think, is being lost for the Empire. The Chaos has their backlines under control and is about to get all the rear attacks they could ever want.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rear attacking here.
But they could lose their Legendary Lord at any second if he can just catch up.
Is that going to be enough? It might make some of the Marauders route, but I think most of those have already gone anyway.
Yeah, the Marauders basically died to the Great Swords as a sacrifice.
Yeah, they're like the goblins of the Chaos.
Indeed, they cost absolutely nothing. I love on the campaign map. They cost like 40.
The campaign are like 50 up. Oh yeah, on Legendary it's 50 upkeep. It's nothing. It's insane,
such spam. That's the Legend Total War favourite tactic as well. to spam that in the campaign and to auto-resolve everything. Works like a charm.
Yeah, he told me to do that because it's a pretty difficult campaign otherwise.
I'm coming back on this infantry fight. Chaos are losing quite a lot.
Are they?
There's two units of Great Swords decently healthy that have just destroyed their opponents and might be able to now rear attack the survivors. Kolak's gone.
Looks like those units that in the center just got freed up as well, though. And it looks like on the other side it's completely
there's so much chaos over here, yeah.
Still, the battle meter is still pretty even though.
But I think once he's finished up with those halberdiers on the edge, he can form up if he wants. The cannon's firing again, shooting the Chaos Knights Lancers behind them. Very nice. The Lancers have spotted them now. They've drawn the aggro of a unit that is going to
annihilate them. How many men are going to die before they get there? They must lose a few more men.
They're actually turning the cannons around to target the other unit.
See those shots.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. They are going to be annihilated very soon.
Looks like one of the Chaos Trolls is going in there as well now, just to stop the Great Cannons from firing for sure. Oh, there you go, being smashed apart.
I think it's goodbye for the Great Cannons. It was great having you here.
Looks like Call Friends was trying to get in there, but no, he's turned around and is going for the Chaos Warriors instead now. One of them was broken.
Smashing those warriors apart, and then another rear attack from the Marauders. It's messy. Their balance bar so even.
Yeah,
after all the losses on both sides, I think it's just somehow coming out even. It looks like Chaos are winning by a massive margin, but apparently they're not.
Handgunners and stuff as well. The handgunners are going to do a lot if those Chaos Knights can't deal with them. It looks like they are going to be able to deal with them.
The Knights turning off to fight the Great Swords though, and the handgunners can now just shoot them. Oh, the Chaos Trolls, they're going to deal with this, yeah. The handgunners in big trouble against the Trolls.
Yeah.
Although the Trolls are already shaken. A tiny bit of damage might be able to get rid of them.
That's weird, because their actual bar is almost full on the morale.
Yeah, it's full morale and it's shaken. So
it's going out very quickly.
They have low base morale.
Worked that recently. I think that's been a few minutes.
Full unit of handgunners coming in from around the hole as well now. Might become shoots and stuff.
I wanted that bar was just broken, perhaps. Like it wasn't quite working properly.
This is insane. In before Empire wins this.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it was very favourable for the Chaos, but it's starting to turn around very rapidly now.
His great swords aren't going down to the Chaos Warrior's great weapons. Kill them. No. Maybe because they're super tired.
Kolak's gone. I don't think I've ever seen Kolak do very well in this, because he's so big, he gets shot by everything.
I think a lot of people like bringing him, because he's really good if he does damage, but if your opponent bothers to try and kill him, like focus him, then he's easy to kill.
Exactly,
so
I think that's the problem with Kolak.
Really good if no one notices what he's doing.
It's like a giant. If the enemy has anything that has ranged, like it's just such an easy target, because usually if there's a melee engagement from like infantry versus infantry, you can't really fire the infantry. But if there's a massive like target, it's just such like, well, I guess I'll target that thing instead. And with Kolak, it's your actual general that gets killed rather than just a giant. So it's just, I don't know. It's not. He's a good general if he doesn't get focused, but he's very often does get focused. I think any good player would focus him.
Kolak is crying at this harsh criticism you're giving him right now. He's getting absolutely destroyed.
He shouldn't have been so big. It's his problem.
Needs to be smaller.
Yeah.
Problem we all have in our day-to-day lives.
Looks like Empire is indeed going to win this. I think it's pretty much over now.
This comeback, did not expect it, but I'm loving it. It's just working somehow. Somehow it's happening. It's the magic of Chaos. We've seen this before. Chaos, they do really well at the start of the fight, and then they just lose. Literally somehow. They just end up losing.
Literally.
This mostly happens with Chaos. There's one time where they actually did win, but all the other times, they do really well at the start. And then, they lose.
The 70% loss rate is still being... I don't know, I think we've seen Chaos win a few times, but it is probably been about 70% loss rate term as well.
Yeah, it probably is about 70% actually. Might have seen it 10 times maximum, probably less than that.
Yeah.
We've seen them win a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go, there's the mass riot happening on the Chaos side.
It's happening. Outrageous. Close, it happened again. My confidence in Chaos had gone up, especially when I saw he'd brought the sort of Reddit-approved Chaos army, but... it didn't happen.
As long as Reddit approves, we'll get to win.
Fuck you, Reddit. Ruined my life again.
Ruined it.
Yeah, did it. So there we go.
So that is 2-1 for Haxo now.
Haxo taking the lead.
Unexpected turn of events. That's 2 battles now where we thought one person was going to win and then the other one actually ended up winning. It's interesting.
That shows what we know. Well, we better see the next round then.